Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts.
Good evening, one and all. Welcome to the momentous occasion of learning. I am Yash Maiti, student manager at Balaji Institute of Modern Management, Sri Balaji University, Pune.
And I, Vanshika Thakur, student manager at Balaji Institute of Technology and Management, Sri Balaji University, Pune,
Will
will
be
be
your
your
master
masters
of
of
ceremony
ceremony
for
for
today.
today. We will ensure that every aspect of this event unfolds seamlessly and with utmost enthusiasm.
We would like to welcome you all to Ignite Spark Your Potential guest lecture series. Our guest today is a remarkable individual who made an impact through his journey. It is indeed an honor to have Mr. Umar Ali Sheikh, who is true a corporate leader and a visionary.
May I now request Director, Balaji Institute of Technology and Management, Sri Balaji University, Pune, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Das sir, to welcome our guest of honor.
Sir, for us to thrive in a very competitive world, Sri Balaji University Pune has an excellent academic program with inbuilt rigor and resilience and a process driven approach.
We would also like to extend our greetings to our Chancellor, Sri Balaji University, Pune, Professor Parmanandan Balasubramanian sir, Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. G.K. Shirude sir, Dean, Directors, Deputy Directors, faculty members, and to all our student managers.
Discipline, dedication, determination are the three values on which Sri Balaji University Pune provides career specific contemporary education with a strong emphasis on the practical training and overall development of the students.
Sri Balaji University Pune is very proud of constituent institutes, namely Balaji Institute of Modern Management (BIMM), Balaji Institute of Technology and Management (BITM), Balaji Institute of International Business (BIIB), Balaji Institute of Management and Human Resource Development (BIMHRD), Balaji School of Arts and Sciences, Balaji School of Law, which produce exceptional student managers.
The prestigious Times of India B School Survey has ranked Sri Balaji University Pune as top 12 B schools in India and ranked top 4 among private university. Sri Balaji University is known for its 100% placement record as more than 300 companies visit our campus for internships and placements. The intense grooming and the maximum learning hour record has enabled our student manager to emerge as a leader in the corporate world.
On this gracious occasion, we fondly remember our founder, late Professor Dr. Colonel A. Bala Subramanian sir, for his vision to impart quality education to the youths of our country.
As we deep dive into the world of learning, prepare to be inspired, uplifted, and driven to the new heights.
May I now request our student manager, Miss Sagarina, to introduce our guests.
Africa. Good evening, everyone. I, Sagarina, student manager at Balaji Institute of Technology and Management, Sri Balaji University, Pune, am honored and privileged to introduce our esteemed guest of honor, Mr. Umar Ali Sheikh. With 29 years of diverse professional experience and leadership education from INSEAD, HEC Paris, apart from holding an MBA degree, Sir has assumed pivotal leadership roles within ATOS, currently serving as a CEO of ATOS Solutions and System Private Limited and Antheo Business Technologies Private Limited, and heading India businesses across all ATOS India Group entities engaged in extending IT services and solutions in India. As a leader, he remains focused on business growth by creating a people's first impression, people's high customer satisfaction, and high performance work environment. He is known to have established various leadership principles in his way of working that have contributed immensely to the organization as well as people's success. During his journey, his business exposure has been across various business verticals, technology solutions, and geographies such as India, South Asia, Asia Pacific, Middle East, and the UK. During his leadership, Ethos India has become a great workplace for 3 years in a row. The organization has also been recognized with multiple accolades in these years due to the transformative, customer, people, and growth oriented initiatives. As a senior industry leader, Sir has been recognized by the Economic Times as the Inspirational CEO, Teams Marksman Influential Leader of the Year, Feather Touch CEO of the Year IT, and CEO Top Insights IT CEOs in India. His leadership journey embodies a relentless pursuit of success marked by transformative initiatives, industry recognition, and steadfast commitment to driving growth and prosperity. Sir has held senior roles previously with some of the leading global as well as Indian companies such as Xerox, Tata Group, Airtel, Telstra, etc. Sir is a prominent leadership and motivational speaker at various industry forums as well as in leading universities and business schools. Sir lives in Mumbai and is a national level squash player in a master's category. Holds a keen interest in music and travel. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Mr. Umar Ali Sheikh as he shares his valuable insights with us. Sir, the stage is all yours now. Thank you.
We have the laptop connected. Yes. One day. Next previous. You have to point me. This is ahead. Okay, here. This is ahead and this is behind. This is ahead. This is behind. This is ahead, is it? Okay. So, good evening, all. This is the day? How many lectures you all have gone through already? 4. They are all boring. Only one person said no. Rest all are scared to say it is boring. Okay. Were they interesting? And these lectures, 4 lectures have been around what? What topic? So maybe somebody can just get up and tell me. So first one was on what? Yes, anyone? First visit, corporate visit was around what? The first, yes, please. Please say your name. Please say your name. Okay. Wow, very good topic. Excellent. How to become good to great? Okay, good. And that was by whom? Mr. Tomar. Huh? Okay, very good. And what was this? And how? What was the second one? Second was also good to great. Okay. And third one? Sorry? Sorry? Basics of counting. Basics accounting. Okay. Basics of accounting. Okay. ये तरफ का जो बच्चे हैं वो ज़्यादा एक्साइटेड लग रहे हैं इधर सब शांति शांति में बैठे हुए हैं सो ओके एंड द फोर्थ वन वाज जायसवाल जी पूरा आज आई थिंक सेंचुरी बनाएंगे हाँ ओके ओके वेरी गुड so what is the expectation you have? What will you know today from me? Now this is a very nice introduction girl gave about me. So what is the expectation that you have? What are you going to learn in next 1 hour probably in this today's session? What are you looking forward to? Let me hear somebody from here. Let me hear from you. Yeah, anyone here? What is the expectation? हाँ बताइए आप बताइए. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Leadership and management. Okay, very good. Excellent. It's a very good answer. And when you have a good answer, normally in human life, we clap. Thank you. Okay, anyone else who wants to think differently that we are going to learn today in today's session away from leadership and management? Anyone else has any other expectations? Come on, I mean you can speak your mind. My experience, my professional experience. Okay, okay, good. I didn't get your name. So what is your name? You said. Okay, okay, Sai Kulkarni. Okay, very good. Okay, my experience. Anyone else? Yes. Ah, okay. यार ये तो नहीं बताऊंगा मैं. Okay, what's your name? Gaurav? 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 Okay, very good, very good. Thank you, Gaurav. Okay, so how to become a CEO of the company? My experience, leadership and management. Anyone else here in this side? पीछे जायसवाल जी ने कर दिया अपना कोटा आज पूरा. Anybody else behind? Anything else or this is all? हाँ बोलिए मैम. Yes, go ahead. What's your name? Okay, okay. But okay, fair. Good, no problem. Good. Actually, what I'm going to do today is probably take you through a mix of all of this. And what we do is you please stop me and you keep asking questions. You have any questions on mind. I have been visiting a lot of institutes, including some of the top institutes, including the IIMs and things like that. And I have seen that there are sessions which are very, you know, I would say less interactive, and there are sessions which are very interactive. Okay, and I have seen in my, I have been doing this, interacting with institutes almost now 21 years, and I have seen that great institutes have got great students who have got lots of questions, and they are very fearless in asking questions, and they are okay if the question is silly, and if they are okay if the question others think in the room are giving them a impression that अरे इसको तो ये भी नहीं पता था, it's all right. Okay, so I am expecting that, and we had a very good introduction about your institute, and I'm assuming that you would like to take a lot of pride, and Times of India ranked you guys as top 12 and fourth in private university, if I read that right. Is that how it is? So then I'm expecting that the students of this institute also will try and live up to that expectation of this ranking, and we will have a good and very interactive session. Are you agreeing with me? Are you agreeing with me? Okay. So now this time I will say again good evening, and let me hear the noise or the good evening response back. First time it was not that good. So good evening all. Okay, good. Now we are ready to start. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I have been working for 29 plus years, and this is the 30th year, and as you are a student, as I was also a student before I started my journey. I was a B school student, MBA student. The aspirations are that you need to get into a good corporate and get into a good position as an initial job, and then grow up the ladder to hold a fairly senior role. Okay, that is the aspiration. Do you have the similar aspirations or alag hai kuch? Similar? Same? Okay. And then you join your first job and you see that things are very different than being inside the campus. Things are very different from the books that you read. Are you still reading Stephen Robbins? Acha, they are new, so they would not know their books, right? Okay. But do you have Stephen Robbins in marketing? You have Stephen Robbins in marketing? sorry, Stephen Robbins is OB, and Kotler in marketing, okay, and Zig Ziglar in advertising management है अभी भी book पढ़ाते हैं, okay, okay, and financial management, FM, which author? Prasanna Chandra is still there. Very nice. Okay, good, excellent. So I also read the same books. My favorite was Stephen Robbins' Organizational Behavior book. In my time, it was a very big, thick book. I still have it with me. Kotler also, I have it still with me. Recently, my wife said that कि इतने सारे बुक रख के क्या है, कभी खोला ही नहीं आपने बाहर निकल कर. तो मैंने कहा रहने दो, कभी कभी नॉलेज बिना खोले भी आ जाता है. So we are so attached to such books. However, you realize actually you may not have to open the books again once you are out of this campus, and your life outside the campus will be very different than what you actually studied. Somebody asked me in one of the universities that I was visiting recently, they said that, sir, what has MBA done to you? I said, and so what does MBA do to us? Chalo, let's hear it out from somebody here, somewhere here. What do you think MBA will do to you? Anyone? नाम मत खराब करो, कुछ आंसर दो. अभी इतना, हाँ, यस, इंडस्ट्री रेडी, ओके, राइट आंसर. बेटर करियर, ओके, ऑल्सो राइट आंसर. सॉरी, गुड प्लेसमेंट, ये एकदम एकदम, ही इज टोटल फोकस्ड, he is totally focused. Okay, anybody else? Enhance your skills, okay, good, right answer. Anyone else? Good leader, very good. Network, increases your network, okay, not bad, yes. Sale of 5 rupees pen for 50 rupees, yeah, yes, can be true, yes. Anyone else? Personality development, okay, also right answer. सारे answers right हैं. Or anyone else? Leadership skills, हाँ मैम, हमें आप to grow as a better individual, also right. Okay, we'll stop here. So sorry, communication, ये आप बोलिए. Corporate leader, okay. You know, my answer was all summation of all of this. Somebody asked me, what did MBA do to you? I said it broadened my horizon. Okay, and all the points that you guys said, it is all culminating into that. Your horizon suddenly becomes big. You start thinking about industry, company, corporate, placement, CTC, cost to the company, okay, management, all of that, right? So MBA broadens that horizon. However, it's a journey. It's a journey, and then you try and follow this. How much time we have, sir? What? Okay, okay. So it's a journey. So what happens is that you tend to do a lot of good things, and not a lot of good things, in the sense you do mistakes, and you are bound to do mistakes. Okay, human beings, we will do mistakes. Animals largely don't do mistakes. They are programmed in a way that they normally don't do mistakes. This is my observation. Okay, have you ever seen there is a manager in animal kingdom? पढ़ा है शेर जंगल का राजा है, but actually राजा है क्या? नहीं है. कोई हो राजाभिषेक होता है शेर का? कभी फूला माला वाला डाल के बाजा वाजा बजता है? नहीं बजता है. So हमने पढ़ा है, but animal kingdom में there is no manager because they are so self managed. Correct. Animal kingdom में there could be leaders. Okay, elephant migration में they follow the matriarch elephant. Okay, they take the migration water route for hundreds of years, same route, they never forget. The mother elephant passes on to the next elephant. There is a very nice leadership journey there. Okay, कभी सुना है कि one tiger and there is a very big herd of spotted deer are there, and tiger is not hungry, he is satisfied, but he बोलता है कि चलो उसको मारते हैं आज, देखते हैं कैसा लगता है. कभी सुना? कभी? Never. They never do. Okay, because they are very organized. But in human beings, we need managers because we tend to do mistakes, we tend to sway. Okay, 50 का स्पीड लिमिट है तो लगता है 70 में जाके देखते हैं क्या होता है. Okay, that is the reason why we do that. So today what I will do is I will let you go through 10 things that I personally believe as a professional, that if I would have done right, in all these departments, maybe I would have been even more successful, or I would have been somewhere else. Success, of course, is a relative term. Okay, so I will give you that wisdom. Okay, and it is up to you whether you want to take this wisdom or not. But I will give you that wisdom. After a lot of thought, I thought that these are the 10 things, and there are more than 10 things. There are a lot of sub points of those 10 things. Each point may have a lot of other sub points, but I feel that fundamentally, if these 10 things we do right, we will be relatively okay. We will be relatively okay. Okay, we will be relatively better than the rest. This is what I feel. Okay, and I will talk about myself. She had Sai, right? Okay, she said that I need to talk about myself, my journey. Somebody said that कि how to become a CEO. So ये जो 10 point मैं आपको बताने वाला हूँ, इसमें there is a chance that if you do this, you may become a CEO. But if you want to really become a CEO, you can always start your own company and designate yourself as a CEO also. Okay, oh, that's not a very difficult thing. But what you mean to say that when you are working as an employee and you grow up the ladder and then you become a CEO, that is what you want to. And when I started my career, I also had aspirations, and I'm very thankful that my aspirations are taken care of. I feel that it could have been taken care of 4 or 5 years earlier had I not done this some of the things right, what I'm going to tell you today. Okay, does it make sense? Are you looking forward to it? Only 4 लोग looking forward to it. Rest all are sleeping. But आज तो weekday है. कल रात को तो late नहीं सोए होगे. Okay, are you looking forward to it? Are we looking forward to it? Okay. Okay, good. So before that, I'll start with a poetry by one of my favorite poets. Have you heard about a poet called Robert Frost? How many of you heard about? झूठ मत बोलना, अभी सच बोलो. Robert Frost? Okay, अभी एक difficult question मैं पूछता हूँ. Which poetry of Robert Frost? Road not taken. कितने लोग? How many people road not taken? देखो, number of hands became. Okay, how many of you remember this poetry? At least last 4 lines. कोई नहीं? Okay, so there is. So how to become a CEO? किसी ने पूछा मुझे? Okay, so if you walk up to my desk, I have got some of these poetries with me, printed and kept with me. Okay, and this is one of the things that keeps on telling you to do things right. Okay, so this is one of the points that you must keep in mind, that you need to take inspiration from poetries. Okay, because today nowadays we are seeing more and we are reading less. Is that true? We are seeing more. देखने वाले ज़्यादा और पढ़ने वाले कम हैं. Correct है? Are you guys okay with Hindi little bit? It's okay. Everybody understands Hindi. Who doesn't understand Hindi? I have no problem. You don't understand Hindi, ma'am? No problem. I will be in English. No problem. You don't understand Hindi? No problem. And okay, so but even if I use, it's all right. No problem. It's okay. It's okay. Why so much of murmur? No problem. And if I say something in Hindi, I'll translate it to you in English. You are okay with English? Okay, very good. Excellent. Okay, so I would say that these particular 4 lines have been with me all along my life, and they have made a very big difference in what I have done in my life. And it says, ये कौन सा पोएट्री बोलने वाला हूं मैं? पिक्चर देख के बताओ. रोड नॉट टेकन. Who else? Yes, correct. So director sir has said this correctly. So this is what it is. This is what it is. Did you know about these lines? Did you know about these lines? How many of you knew about it? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. कुछ लोग थोड़ा याद है, थोड़ा हल्का सा छोटा सा हाथ उठा रहे हैं कि भाई ज़्यादा उठा दी तो पूछ लेंगे तो फिर क्या होगा. इसके पहले का 4 लाइन है. Don't worry, I'm not going to ask. Okay, so the meaning of this poetry is that we always must look at doing things different than the ordinary. First thing, in corporate life, you try and do things different. You may do things, you can do different things, but it is better if you do things differently. Okay, there are 2 different things. Okay, now coming to our 10 pointers that I always say, that these are the 10 things that that we must do. Okay. There is a song which says that कि हम होंगे कामयाब. किसने सुना है ये गाना? सब लोगों ने सुना है. चलो बताइए मुझे गाना पूरा बताइए. पहला 4 लाइन बताइए. कौन बताएगा? एक मिनट वेट वेट 1 2 3 4 बोलता हूँ फिर करिएगा. 1 2 3 4 यस. My first point is that मन में है विश्वास and पूरा है विश्वास. First thing, you have to believe you can do it. Somebody asked me, I was in KIT University recently in Bhubaneswar, and one student got up and saying that, what is that made you what you are today? Whatever it is, success is a relative term. One thing, please tell me. I said, my belief. I said, my belief. My belief. I believed that I can do it. Okay. Now, there's a very nice saying by Mahatma Gandhi around this, and I just quoted this for you all to know that, Mahatma Gandhi said, if I have the belief that I can do it, then I shall surely acquire the capacity to do it, even if I may not have it in the beginning. So, it is such a powerful thing. If you have the belief that you can do it, then you shall acquire the knowledge and capacity to do it. Even if today you do not have it, how does it matter? So, first thing what you need to do is you believe that you can do it. Okay? Any questions at this point? No? Okay. The second one, the grid that you see on the left, on the right side of it, you see this grid, this one here. If you look at this one, somebody who has got low skill and low will, what is the good Hindi word for that? Low skill, low will. What is the good Hindi word? आप क्या बोलोगे उसको? What will you tell him or her? किसी काम का नहीं. Of no use, right? But high skill but low will. Have you ever come across people who are amazingly intelligent, very talented, but they have not done well in their life because they were so closed and they didn't want to do anything, they had their own mindset? Have you come across such people? Have you come across such people? Yeah, because you thought that ki, what a brilliant boy, what a brilliant girl, but kuch nahi kiya life mein. Falls under this category. High skill and low will. Okay. And then you have got mid level of skill and mid level of will. These are the people who are steady. Okay. Mid level of skill, mid level of will. Okay. They are steady people. Chalta rahega, all steady, no problem. Life the way it is going, 5% annual increment. ठीक है, अभी everything is steady. Not bad or not good. Then you have got low skill and the high will. Look at what I have written here. Low skill and high will. I call that person as potential. When I am interacting with people in my organization and I come across a person who has got very less skill but very high level of will, I immediately recognize the person as that, okay, this person is potential. Le lo isko, le lo. Take that person. Okay. At the end of this slide, I'll go through a very interesting 2 words, and you will be surprised to know that that we didn't know about it. Then mid level of skill but high level of will is the climber. आपने पूछा गौरव आप गौरव are you गौरव पूछा आपने पूछा था ना? You asked me how to become a CEO. You Gaurav, right? Did I take your name right? Okay. So see, mid level of skill, high level of will make you climb. Okay. And of course, the last one is high skill and high will is a person who is highly successful. High skill and high will. How many of you know Vinod Kambli? Everybody knows. And Sachin Tendulkar? Everybody knows. Do you know Sachin Tendulkar took, I do not remember how many number of innings, but he took quite a lot before he hit his first century. कोई cricket enthusiast के पास अगर statistics है तो बता दो. But he took a lot of time to hit a century. But Vinod Kamli came and said hit 2 double hundreds. Correct है? Correct. And we thought that he is the next. But high skill and high will. High skill and high will. That is what makes a difference. Now, one interesting thing I'll tell you, that have you heard about a word called upskill? Somebody you also used the word here when I was asking what are you expecting from this session. Somebody said upskill. Upskill. सुना है आपने upskill का नाम? सब लोगों ने सुना है? Everybody has heard? Everyone has heard upskill? Okay. Have you heard about this? Upwill. Just do Google. Today nowadays AI chatbot everything is there. अब Google करो जरा. What does the Google say? Let somebody tell me what does Google say. Just do upwill meaning. If your AI chatbot is enabled on your browser, it will tell you. Anyone? Quickly. What do they say about this word called upwill? Is there a word called in English called upwill? There is no word. There is no. So we can upskill a person, but will has to be drawn from within. Do you get my point? So you must, second part is you must know the power versus will versus power of will versus skill. You need to balance that as a journey. Power of will versus skill. I did that because I did not have a technical knowledge. I did not come from a technical background. I did not have any formal technical education, but I worked all along my life in technology. So what do you do? What do you do when you have to go and try and position a voice communication switching to a customer? That a customer knows more than you, but you are going to tell 5 रुपए का 50 रुपया किसने बताया था? आपने बताया था यहाँ से, somebody had told. So when you are going to do that, you need to know about what you are selling or what you are positioning to the customer. And when you do not have technical skills, what do you do? Okay, he will ask you immediately, how will this happen? And if you do not know about it, you won't be able to talk about it. You won't be able to garner the respect of the person that you are spending time with, who is giving you 30 minutes of his time to talk to you. So what do? You upskill yourself. But to upskill yourself for something which you have never come across or which is otherwise considered difficult, what do you need in your mind? You need a lot of willpower. कि करना है, सीखना है. Okay, so second one is to knowing the power of will versus skill. Third one, this is very important, and we tend to take this for granted. In your corporate life or otherwise also in your personal life, you must keep this as one of the very, very important parameters of your life. You remember that you do not create trust. You cannot create trust. You cannot create trust. You only build it. And you build it with your action and your behavior and the way you do your job. You cannot create. It is not possible to create. And it takes a whisker to try and lose your overall credibility, and takes a lot of time to build it back. So this is something you must keep in mind. You must come across to everyone that you are interacting as somebody who is trustworthy. This is very important. Now this picture I have said here, the picture if you look at it, the person is probably 100 kilos and he is looking at the mirror, another person who is probably 55 kilos. The person is looking at the mirror and thinking that he is 55 kilos. But what do we call this? Is not being true to self. Not being true to self. So what you need to do is to ensure that whatever who you cannot lie. Tell me, chalo, let me ask this question. Who you cannot lie? yourself. Yes, correct. Also, people who are spiritual, they can't lie to God. Okay, so you cannot lie to yourself. So you be true to yourself. You must ensure that in your corporate journey or in your personal life journey, you must be true to yourself. Always. Always. Something that you can't lie to yourself, then don't go and make that statement to someone else. Okay, let's move ahead. You know, and this is Napoleon said, victory belongs to the most persevering. What did he say? Victory belongs to the most persevering. The person who perseveres, keeps asking, keeps following, keeps doing things, then that person becomes successful. I say, I added another word called victory belongs to the most persevering and adaptable. And I have given here the example of a cockroach and a dinosaur. And do you know how many years now cockroach is here on this earth without getting extinct? Anyone? Anyone? No? 320 million years. For 320 million years, cockroach is still surviving, gone through all waves of earth, and they are still there because it could adapt. But dinosaur got extinct 60 million years ago, 66 million years ago, because they could not adapt. In life, in life, if you want to become successful, if you really want to climb the ladder, and my personal learning, you need to adapt. Manager will change, company will change, your desk will change, your office location will change, your food will change, everything will change. You need to adapt if you really want to stay and grow in your corporate journey. Okay, this is very important. This is very, very important. Okay, how many years you guys are going to work? How many years you are going to, what is your average age? About 23, 24? 23, 24? And normally you would work what till about 60? 60? Yeah, that makes how many years? What, 36 years? 36 years. And nowadays the way we all are going, probably we may work till 62 or maybe 64, we don't know. Yeah, so and marathon is how many kilometers? Sorry, marathon is how many kilometers? 42. Yeah, 42 kilometers. Yeah, that is correct. So marathon, normally full marathon is 42 kilometers. And have you ever seen marathon on TV, or have you observed marathon runners? And have you also observed on TV the 100-meter run? क्या डिफरेंस है दोनों में? 100 मीटर का जब गन फायर होता है तो क्या होता है? फुल इंटेंसिटी, एकदम जो भागे पहले भागा वो जीता. मैराथन में कैसे होता है? करेक्ट. डू यू नो द विनर? डू यू नो द विनर इन 100 मीटर रेस आफ्टर 50-60 मीटर? समझ में आता है कौन जीत सकता है? पॉसिबल फर्स्ट 2-3 ऑफ देम. मैराथन में समझ में आता है कौन जीत सकता है. So in corporate, one fundamental mistakes everybody does, or they fundamentally do, is not to have a marathon mindset. You are going to work for 36 years. You are not going to work for 100 days. Okay, then why run fast? Why run fast and exhaust yourself? And even if you run fast, there's no harm in running fast. But even if you do that, why to get exhausted after 100 days or 100 months? Saying that गौरव तो यार अभी वाइस प्रेसिडेंट का डेजिग्नेशन ले लिया है उसमें लिंक्डइन में, एंड somebody I'm forgetting, Sai for example, she will think that he has मेरा तो अभी तक सीनियर मैनेजर है. You are only 5 years into your work or 6 years into the work. Why? And this is one of the biggest differentiator in long-term winners, because they tend to get drained out by seeing LinkedIn designations, by seeing fat, hearing about fat CTCs or something like that. So if you have marathon mindset, so then the person who is not, we don't know whether he will be a winner or not, who has been running behind for 20 kilometers, is there a possibility that that person can still win marathon in next 22 kilometers? हो सकता है ना? Possible है ना? So why do we have a 100-meter mindset? Don't have 100-meter mindset. Have a marathon mindset, because now, well, who is from here who wants to retire in 100 months? After MBA college, I will go and 100 दिन काम करूंगा या 100 months काम करूंगा, and then after that I will not do anything. मैं खेती करूंगा जाके. Who is that? Is there anybody here? nahi na. Almost all of you would like to work, whether it's your own startup, whether it's your own venture, whether it's you become an employee in a company, you all would like to work for 30, 35 years, 36 years. Okay, so that's the kind of a marathon, isn't it? Then why to get bothered about those quick, there was a boy who came to me, about 6, 7 years ago, and he said that I think I have lost everything in my life. I don't want to live anymore. Okay, I said, why? He said, I'm an engineer. I do not have a steady job for last 4, 5 years, and all my friends, somebody is in US, somebody is in Middle East, somebody is, some 4, 5 names he took. They are doing this package. Their package is this. Their package is that. I said, फिर चला जाना, फिर क्या कर रहा है? Enjoy. Okay. Okay, do you decided, na? Now you'll go. He said, what do you mean by that? I said that you are only 4 years into your career, and there are other batchmates of yours, engineering batchmates, have gone ahead, and you had a very shaky start. It's okay. It's okay. Are you ready to go back and stop thinking about package, stop looking at LinkedIn, and can you restart again? He was reluctant. I said, for 18 months, you will not ask me how much you are earning. You will not ask me what is your designation. You will not ask me what is your timing of your work, where you are doing night shift or morning shift or whatever. You will not. For 18 months you work without asking this question. And he listened to my advice, and today he is probably ahead of 80% of his batchmates. So he joined, he started small, he changed jobs, he got another job, and today, I spoke to him a couple of days ago, today the position that he is holding, the company that he is working with, the salary that he is drawing will be better than 80% of his batchmates. So how do you do that? Is only by having marathon mindset. And he took about 6 years to do that, 6, 7 years to do that. So 10 years, so in the 4th year he was saying that अब नहीं दौड़ूंगा मैं, अब तो मैं हार जाऊंगा. And 10th year में he is ahead and of 80% of them. So marathon mindset is very, very important for you to ensure that you go successful in your corporate life. Okay. Now this is another point that I would like to speak about here. In corporate life, please understand, and I always say that if you are a leader, you focus on outcome. If you are not, then you focus on explanations. You are expected to give outcomes. You are expected to give outcomes. Okay. Do you know how many times Edmund Hillary tried to climb Everest and he failed? Pata hai? Do we know how many attempts he made to climb Everest, and he came back halfway, came back from base camp, he came back from not even reaching Kathmandu? Do you know? Do you know? You don't know. You only know that the first person to conquer Everest was Edmund Hillary. Correct? Naam barabar hai. So we all human beings love outcome, but we do not exercise that in our life. We love outcome, but we do not exercise that. We do not follow that. Okay, we always say, oh, I could not do it because this happened. I could not do it because he was not there. Nobody is interested in corporate life to know explanations. This is another wisdom that I would like to leave you with as you are starting your business career. People are only bothered about outcome. They don't care if you struggled, if you fell down, if you went and changed your clothes because kichad lag gaya aapke shirt mein. So 5 people threw you out. Nobody wants to know it. They may hear it, but nobody wants to know it. They only want to know ye diya tha, ye hua ki nahi. So this will change your life if you start looking at things from outcome perspective. So this is another very big lesson that I learned in my own career, that if you have not done it, you have not done it. Outcome is it has not happened. Outcome is it has happened. There is nothing else matters. that everything in between belongs to you, and nobody is expecting to know that in between. Make sense? Okay. Then last, eighth one is, it is very important to stay updated. When I was studying, we had COBOL and Fox Pro. Have you heard about this? Sir, you have heard, but what about them? Have you heard about it? What is COBOL? Do you know? Do you know COBOL? Do you know Fox Pro? Those were the computer programs in our time, and they were really important for people to run computers. Okay. But today they are not using it. Today people have upgraded to newer technologies. So if you do not update yourself, you will get obsolete. And what you are studying today now, you are learning now, it will be obsolete in next 2-3 years. So you have to continue to keep updating yourself. That is another pillar for will decide whether you will garner respect among your colleagues, your bosses, your customers, your partners, your alliances, and among your friends if you do not update yourself, whatever field you are in. Now, ninth one is my favorite, one of my favorites actually, is that we must hold compassion. Competition is very important. It's really very important that we should be competitive mindset. But we must also hold compassion close to our heart. Okay, without compassion, you will not reach anywhere. It defines you as a human being. It defines you as a human being. You get what I'm saying? Do you understand what is compassion? All of you understand what is compassion? Okay, let me tell you, I give you a practical example. Football match, how many of you see football match? Premier League कौन देखता है? How many of you? So many of you watch Premier League? Okay. So when two teams are playing, two football teams are playing, they are playing tooth and nail and they want to really ensure that they win. Okay. And then something happens and one of the opponent player gets a red card. Have you observed sometimes the opposite player walks up to him, pats his back, saying that chalo koi nahi, ho gaya. Have you observed this? Yes, you have. And how many times after the match, every time the match ends, they all meet each other, they talk to each other. Sometimes they probably belong to same country or same club they have played before, and they have a conversation, walk back together. Have you observed this? But when they are playing like competitors. But they have not forgotten compassion. That is exactly how also we need to do when it comes to our own corporate life. Don't forget compassion. It builds you as a human being. It defines you as a human being. It tells that, okay, this person is fiercely competitive, but this person also has compassion. When you deal with your customer, deal with your team members, deal with your bosses, or deal with your seniors, compassion, you just cannot take it away from you. Okay? And the last one. Okay, there's a difference. Are you happy? How many of you are not happy? You can be frank. We may not be happy also. How many of you are not happy? For whatever reason. You are not happy? Okay, one person. Anybody else who is not happy? You are not happy, तो दोस्त बोल रहे हैं बोल भाई तू खुश नहीं है. ऐसा है? Okay. Anyone else who thinks he is not happy? Okay. But I always say that we must be happy for what we are and where we are. We must be. Have you heard about this famous lines by a Persian poet called I cried and cried and cried for a shoe? आगे क्या है? Anyone? हाँ बोलो. Kind of, yeah, almost. Very good. My another request to each one of you is that please start reading. Please start reading. Okay, stop watching. This is another very big request I will have. Okay, even if it means that reading some book, story book also, but start reading. Okay, this is something that you must inculcate in you. Books अच्छे नहीं लग रहे हैं तो मोबाइल पे ही पढ़ो, लेकिन please read. Please read on your mobile screens are now better, OLED, some 4K or something like that, liquid retina and all that. So you can read, but start reading. So it says that I cried and cried and cried till I saw a man with no legs. So I was crying for shoes, but I saw a man with no legs. So मुझे लगा कि यार I am much better. At least I have legs, but I don't have shoes. So he suddenly became happy. So in my opinion, in corporate life, if you want to do well, if you really want to grow, and Gaurav आपका CEO बनना है, तो we must ensure that we must be happy. How many of you are ड्रीम बाइक कौन ओन करता है? किसका ड्रीम बाइक है? आपका बाइक का नाम क्या बताइए? व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ योर बाइक? मोटर बाइक? मिटियोर, बुलेट ना? सुपर मिटियोर मतलब इनफील्ड वाला ना? हाँ, ओके, आई ऑल्सो हैव सम नॉलेज बॉस, आई ऑल्सो हैड बाइक्स व्हेन आई वाज यंग, सो नो प्रॉब्लम, आई एम जस्ट जोकिंग. सो सुपर मिटियोर, बट दैट इज द बाइक यू विल लिव योर लाइफ विथ, और विल यू अपग्रेड टू हार्ली? हार्ली मिला तो क्या करोगे? ओके, बट व्हाट इज योर ड्रीम बाइक? सुपर मिटियोर ड्रीम बाइक है, चलो ठीक है, वो खुश भी है, तृप्त भी है. एनीबडी एल्स? हाँ बोलिए. हाँ हाँ, RR310 बजाज वाला बाइक है. ओके, TVS अपाचे, ओके, TVS अपाचे. एंड व्हाट इज योर ड्रीम बाइक? Ducati? Very good. Yeah, please clap for him. He is ambitious. Or you spend little time with him. उसको भी थोड़ा ambitious बनाओ. Okay. But are you happy with Apache? कितना scale? 1 to 10 scale में? 10 is very happy, 0 is not happy. 9 you are happy. But Ducati मिला तो क्या होगा? और होगा? Okay. So now he has given. What is your name? Sorry. Another Gaurav. Anyone who wants to change their name to Gaurav? Very good. Sit down, please. So what he is telling us, what example he is giving us, on a lighter note में, but serious note में क्या example दे रहा है कि he is very happy with his bike. He is very happy with his bike. He is defining his present that I am very happy. But at the same time, he is defining his tomorrow that और चाहिए. Okay, and that is exactly what I have written here. We must be happy because it defines, that is justice to our today. Okay, खुशी नाम है, कहाँ किसी का खुशी है नाम यहाँ पे? Any girl who is खुशी? कौन है खुशी? She is खुशी. Don't be shy. Come on. I mean, you are खुशी. Your name is खुशी. Okay, तृप्ति कौन है यहाँ पे? Anybody who is तृप्ति? I am surprised. तृप्ति बड़ा common नाम है. Anybody who is तृप्ति here? Nobody, no तृप्ति? Sorry? Oh, Trupti here. Okay. So, Khushi and Trupti both are here. Okay. But in corporate life, Khushi, happiness is defines your today. But if you are Khushi also and Trupti also, they are two different people. Khushi Trupti नाम करके किसी का सुना है आपने? एक लड़की जिनका नाम खुशी और तृप्ति दोनों हो, नहीं सुना होगा आपने. Okay. So contentment is where you stop aspiring. Contentment is when you stop dreaming. Contentment is when you stop needing more. But if you are only wanting more, if you are only wanting everything that कि मेरे पास तो कुछ भी नहीं है, मेरे पास अपाचे है, क्या बकवास बाइक है यार, अभी क्या करें, पापा जी ने पैसा नहीं दिया, my father didn't give me money, so I am live with Apache. Okay, what to do here, what bike it is, but I have to manage now, ठीक है. Then what he will do? He will do injustice to his today. But he sounds 9 दिया आपने score out of 10, 9 on 10 you gave, right? So he is very happy with his Apache, but he is still thinking that कि Ducati मिल जाए. In corporate life and in our own personal life, we need to do the same philosophy. It is all simple. People ask me that I am not a finance person, so balance sheet I do not understand. I said, घर चलाते हो? Are you running your home? I asked them, do you run your home? Are you getting some money every month? And they said, yes. So what, you don't know how to spend that money? I said, no, we know. How are you spending your money? He said, no, ये इतना में काम वाली बाई, and then this grocery and TV, cable bill, petrol bill, all of that. And then whatever is left is what are my savings, or if it's not left, I borrow, and that is my borrowings. That is negative. I said that is balance sheet. That is balance sheet. So if you are able to understand that balance sheet, how will you not be able to understand your life's your other financial balance sheet? Okay, complication may increase, lot of other things comes in, some terminology comes in, it's okay, but fundamental basic to hai. Okay, so my last point today's discussion is that you must ensure that you are happy, and you must ensure that if you are happy, then you will do well. If you are happy, then you will do well, because your personality, your overall posture, the way you converse, strike conversations with your organization, with your colleague, or with your partner, customer, whoever it is, it will be different. Your body language, but you become happy and content, then end of the story. That means you do not want, you Apache I will keep till the, how old are you? 20. So he will say I am happy Apache till I am 60. Then he will not see anything but Apache. So in one of the lessons that I must leave you all with is that do not complain. Do not complain what you have today. You may have less, but do not complain, because if you complain, then you are killing your today, your present. But if you are happy, you are really building it for tomorrow. So this is the lesson that I would like to give you. So non-contentment will push you to do more in everything that you do in corporate life. Okay, I will stop here for some questions.
Now the house is open for questions.
Yeah, but before that, Sai's question I will answer. She's wanted to know about my journey. So I started about 30 years ago, fresh out of B school, and I came to. So I got a job in Bombay, and the job was a door knocking salesman. The job was a door knocking salesman. It was designated whatever, but job was that only. Every day morning 10:30, manager used to kick us out. That is the right word, from office, and they said that ki please go, 4 से पहले आने का नहीं ऑफिस में. Okay, that is how I started my career, and I did that over a period of time in different roles for about 13-14 years, and then I got into general management. I changed couple of companies in between. You can go through my LinkedIn profile, and then I got into general management. Then learned quite a lot. What my initial career taught me, how to try and strike conversation and hold on to somebody to listen to you for 2-3 minutes. It's a very big skill. I always say that two kinds of people will never be out of work. Okay, like Sylvia and Prajakta, they keep listening to all this gyan with me. So two kinds of people will never be out of work. Which are those two kinds of people? And that will be different kinds of people, but in my opinion, one is a person who knows how to manage relationship and customers and overall interpersonal association, whether in personal life, in corporate life. If you know how to manage interpersonal skills, and if you know how to manage money, two things, you will never be out of work, because it is not a very common skill. How many people would be able to stop a person on the road and tell him that 2 minutes सुन लीजिए मेरी बात, है ना, I have this Apache bike and मेरे को बेचना है आपको. I'll tell you 15 good things about it and why should you own it. How many people have this ability? Not many. So if you acquire that skill of interpersonal skills, keeping engaging people. Have you heard about a word called elevator speech? कितने लोगों ने सुना? हाथ उठाइए. Not many people. Okay. What is elevator speech? आप रुकिए, आपने काफी बोला. इधर से कौन हाथ उठाया था? आप बताइए. हाँ, you tell me. What's your name? Shashank. What is elevator speech? Please clap for him. Are you a fresher or you had some work experience before? Okay, okay. And that speaks. That is the reason I asked. Exactly, he explained. This is what it is. Elevator में कितना समय रहते हैं आप? How many minutes or seconds you spend in an elevator? 1 minute. कौन सा elevator में कितने माले में जा रहे हो सर आप? 30 seconds, yes. So elevator speech is is something that you need to try and grab the attention of a person within that 30 seconds, for example. So that means you just have to speak exactly what will grab his attention. Okay, and those people who learn to deal with customers, or the interpersonal skill that I told you just now, relationship skills, or this elevator speech, they are very rare. Not many people are there. And people who know how to manage money, who understand balance sheet, who know how to manage money, not only in your personal front, but also in your organizational front. These two people always be in demand. Whatever AI comes, machine learning comes, whatever comes, these kind of people will always be on demand. Okay, so that is it. I will conclude with another poetry. Please take inspiration from poetries. Please take inspiration from Bollywood. Please take inspirations from a lot of other things that you come across in your life. And those are lot of management lessons are there everywhere. You know, it is there everywhere. So you just need to grab, pick, and use it to your benefit, and use it in your way of working, and that will make you a differentiator. I always say that somebody who passed out from IIM and somebody who passed out from non-IIM, the life is like, this is how I looked at myself. When I passed out from my college, it was not an IIM. I thought that I am actually thrown to a marathon race where those people who studied from tier 1 colleges, they were put on the 5th kilometer. दोनों ने 42 किलोमीटर है, both of them have to run 42 kilometer, but their starting point was 5 kilometers ahead. Mine was 0. So how do I catch that person and climb the corporate ladder and cross that person, because that person has got 5 kilometer of advantage. Correct or wrong? Okay, so what do? You run faster. Correct. You run strategically, run faster, so that 15th, 20th, 21st, 25th, 27th, 30th, 32nd, 35th, 36th कहीं तो क्रॉस करोगे. That is the reason marathon mindset. You get what I'm trying to say? And there the margin of error is less, because the other person has got 5 kilometers of advantage. Your margin of error had to be less. That means you have to believe in yourself. You have to try and ensure that you give a lot of weight to your will, and then keep upgrading yourself. You have to be viewed as a person who is very trustworthy. Okay, adaptability has to be there, all the points that I said. If you try and work that in tandem and work it together, then there is a good chance, I'm not saying it's a 100% chance, there is a fair chance that you will cross some of them who started 5 kilometers ahead of you. Now it depends on you whether you want to cross them or not. It depends on you whether you want to try and keep khushi and trupti both in the same bucket, or you want to try and have happiness today and still not be happy or content, so that you can keep seeking. So this is what, and I will recommend that please take inspiration from all this, from Bollywood, from leadership quotes, whatever comes across to you, you must take inspiration. And one thing I would like to leave you with is, please read. Please keep reading. Please read. A lot of reading materials there online. Please keep reading. Please keep reading as much as possible. You can watch, but watching also you get knowledge, not that you don't, but reading is little more better, I would say. Okay, we open for questions, and then I will conclude this slide with 2 lines which are very big inspiration for me as well, but I will take first questions. Yes.
Hello. Okay, sir. So I have a question about professional life.
Yes, please.
There might be a scenario or situation in professional life or personal life where one person, like we ourselves, might get assigned a responsibility we think we are not capable of handling. So how to stay positive and own up to our own responsibility in that scenario?
Okay, well, first and foremost is you must let the person, that whoever has assigned you that task, that you do not know it. Being true to yourself. सब आंसर इसी में है घूम फिर के. Okay, first and foremost, you let the person that you do not know it, but you have a very high will and low skill. You are ready to acquire. Okay, you have examples here in this room. My colleagues, where we have assigned them tasks which they never did before. Am I wrong? They didn't know about it. I also know that she doesn't know or he doesn't know. Okay, but I believe that what is the will level of the person. So first and foremost, you let the person know that you do not know it, you have no skill to do it, but you have very high will, and you can learn as quickly as possible so that you can execute the task which is given to you as expected.
And sir, how to keep your own self motivated about the same task?
विश्वास, मन में है विश्वास, पूरा है विश्वास. You believe you can do it. बताया तो गांधी जी का इतना बड़ा वहां पे.
Yes, sir.
If I believe, then I will acquire the knowledge to ensure that I do it. All answers are here. So you believe it. Listen, in my own career, I got a job and which I was asked to sell a product जिसके बारे में I had no knowledge, zero knowledge, zero. Okay, I had zero knowledge, and I go there and people start mocking me. अरे ये तो नॉन टेक्निकल आदमी है, क्या तू बेचेगा? Then I said that what is it? Rocket science? Rocket science also human beings are doing it. Just that I may have to go to NASA or something like that, ISRO or something like that. But this is not rocket, nothing is rocket science. So then I started learning it. I started understanding what is this, what I started going along with my other colleague. उसको बोला कि यार भाई please यार I am really not knowing it. I am really not. So I accepted मेरे को नहीं मालूम है. Instead of saying that I have to know everything. So please take me along. He took me to customer meetings. I observe what discussions happen, what objections come in. Observe कर करके 3, 4, 5, 6 months. That's it. In 4 years, one becomes. In 4 years, नहीं ताली बजा लो चलो. In 4 years, एक engineer बन जाता है. And then you say that a person who is working, a completely totally non-technical person and 4 years engineering is in classroom, and field experience is 2x. That means वो same चीज आप 2 साल में सीख लोगे अगर आप बैठोगे practical scenario में. So you have to keep believing that you can do it. The day you say that no, I cannot do it, you will not be able to do it. And I am an example here. I am non-technical person. I am not an engineer, and I am working in a technology company for last 14 years. I am leading this company for last 5 years as a CEO of the company, and we only do technology, boss. We do cloud, we do AI, we do machine learning, we do SAP, we do Oracle, we do Civil, we do data center, we do network, we do storage, we do solution, network operation center, security operation center. All of that is there. And I leave you with one other wisdom. Please keep it is very close to those who are feeling sleepy or who already have slept. No problem, that is their loss. We will not wake up anybody. Okay, but if you are not, then let me tell you, you don't have to know everything. You don't have to. So I have this concept called, in my own life and my career. So when you form a company, large company, have you heard about a term called board of directors?
Yes, sir.
There are 4 or 5 board of directors, and they have different skills. They come together, mind together, so that they can try and make a company successful. Correct hai?
Yes, sir.
So have a virtual board of directors in your mind. I have virtual board of directors. And you know what is virtual board of directors? Is to have those people in your mind. So SBM is my virtual board, in my virtual board. Sunil Bharti Mittal. You know why? You know why he is on the board? In my board, in my mental board, is because SBM is a commerce graduate. Do you know this? He's a commerce graduate. He is heading he made a company called Airtel, which is one of the largest telecom company in the world. Technologically savvy company. How did he do it? Because he didn't know everything. He knew who knew it. He didn't do everything on his own. He knew who knew it. So I take that inspiration from him, that I don't have to know everything. I need to know who knows it. As simple as that. And we need to have that command, trust, being true to self, okay, adaptability. आपसे छोटा है. When I joined one of the companies, I is a print giant American print organization. I was given that job as a general manager. Absolutely no knowledge on print, zero knowledge. PE भी नहीं पता था मेरे को. So one of my team members who was a technical guy, I went to him saying कि भाई सिखाना. And I am his boss. Okay, I told him that please, can you teach me? And he taught me for 3 months कि क्या होता है texture paper, GSM, this that, what color print, mono, this that. He taught me. एक साल के बाद people forgot that I am not from this industry. So what, you don't have to know everything. You have to know who knows it. Okay. Likewise, have you heard about a gentleman called Lou Guzner? Anybody who has heard about a person called Lou Guzner? No. Lou Guzner is the person who turned around IBM. He is the person who turned around IBM when IBM is going through the problem. He turned around that company. He turned around the company. Lou Guzner does not come from a technical background. Before joining IBM, he was working for American Express selling credit cards. Okay, he is in my virtual board of director, in my virtual board. You know why? You know why? If Lou Guzner could turn around a technical giant like IBM, where technical diggaj were there inside the company, despite of no technical knowledge, I can also lead a technology company. कौन सी बड़ी बात है? So now you know. आप कर लोगे. अभी आपको टास्क दिया जो आपको पता नहीं है और आपको बोलेंगे करो, आप कर लोगे?
Yes, sir.
बस हो गया बात खत्म. Anybody else? But please clap for him. Yes. Anyone else? Quickly. Yes.
Sir, when you said that high skill but low will, so can you please tell us how to build that high will, or what should we do to build that high will?
Well, I was just saying in the car when I was coming today to Pune. I said that वो office कौन देखा है? Office एक serial आता था TV में. How many of you have seen? See, we take management lesson from almost everywhere, including Bhagavad Gita and all everything. Okay, so office में there is a character who says दो बातें हो सकती हैं. है याद है कि नहीं है? हाँ, दो बातें. Okay, so I always try and stick to that. I took inspiration from him that दो बातें हैं. So there are two things which decides what you will become. There could be many other things, but two things in my opinion which will be. And you said how to do it. So दो बातें. कौन सी दो बातें हैं? Ma'am, who doesn't understand Hindi. So two things. Which are those two things? One is the kind of books you read will define what you will become. मेडिकल का बुक पढ़ेंगे तो डॉक्टर बन जाएंगे. इंजीनियरिंग पढ़ेंगे तो इंजीनियर बन जाएंगे. एडवर्टाइज का बुक पढ़ेंगे तो एड एजेंसी वाले बन जाएंगे. Correct? Am I right or wrong? And the second thing is the kind of people you spend your time with. Right? Now he's a great surgeon, but he starts spending time with a drug addict. या तो drug addict surgeon बन जाएगा या surgeon क्या बन जाएगा? Now you have the answer. So how do you build that? Is to by ensuring that you spend time with right people or you read right books. Okay, do I answer your question? Okay, go ahead. Let's anybody else? And just to coming back on the question of the board of directors, you must have varied people in your, like board of directors have got 5, 6, 7 different skills people. You need to have different skill people in your board. So Martin Luther King is also there in my board. And why Martin Luther King? Because he's an amazing orator. Have you heard Martin Luther King speak ever? How many of you have heard Martin Luther King speak? हाँ? Okay, बताओ कौन सा क्या सुना आपने उनका? The last footprint. Okay, no, yes. And then he said, I have a dream. Have you heard about this? I have a dream. Okay, and he said when I go on the mountain top. Have you heard those speech? आप देखो वो speech को. विश्वास, belief. If you do not have, you will get belief from those speeches. So he is also there. And what I take from Martin Luther King, how to speak authoritatively and with conviction, and to hold people and to make them believe. So like that, you have to have board. You decide whom you want to have. choice आपका है, nobody will impose. Okay, anyone else, any other question?
We are about to close the house with one last question.
No one? Okay, so I'll end with my poetry now. Yeah, how many of you like poetry? शेरो शायरी, शेरो शायरी में कितने हाथ हैं? बहुत सारे लोग हैं. Very good, very good, very good. So this is one two lines I keep very close to my heart. These two lines which help me motivate me every day. Life is not same. Graph is always up and down. It says, you read out. I read in English, but it's in Hindi. It says कि प्यास मेरी जो बुझ गई होती, कि प्यास मेरी जो बुझ गई होती, जिंदगी फिर न जिंदगी होती. So so what does it mean is that don't stop seeking, don't give up. प्यास को बुझाओ मत. The day yeah, I know why you guys are laughing. I have been in that. Yeah, okay. But this is in a serious note, okay? Yeah. No harm in thinking like that. So stop. So what I'm trying to say is that the day you stop seeking, you will stop growing. You stop progressing. Okay. Then life is nothing when you are content. Life is nothing. Okay. So this is it. Thank you very much. You guys have been a very great audience. And I am hoping that some of the points or the words that you would keep with you. It's a journey. It's a journey. You cannot try and hit a century in first match and have all the accolades and cannot be remembered for a lifetime. You have to constantly keep doing it over a period of your career. For you, it is about 36 to about 40 odd years. Okay, thank you guys. It's a pleasure talking to you. Great having you here. Thank you.
May I invite Deputy Director, Balaji Institute of Technology Management, Sri Balaji University, Pune, Dr. Rajeshwari Patil Ma'am, to facilitate our guest of honor with a token of appreciation.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now call upon our student manager, Gaurav, to put forward a vote of thanks.
Thank you, Anshika. Good evening, everyone. I, Gaurav Kumar Das, Student Manager at Balaji Institute of Technology and Management, Sri Balaji University, Pune, am truly honored to extend my heartfelt appreciation to our distinguished guest of honor, Mr. Umar Ali Sheikh, for gracing our university. Your insightful perspective have broadened our understanding and encouraged critical thinking. Sir, your contribution is shaping the future leaders is your contribution in shaping the future leaders is invaluable. Allow me to underscore the salient insights distilled from this enlightening session. The power of 10, including the belief in oneself, the importance of outcome in corporate world, significance of staying updated and being competitive, all the while staying compassionate and happy, and many more. Let this be the catalyst for future ventures. With deep gratitude, we celebrate the success of today's session. knowing that the inspiring and motivating thoughts will resonate in our endeavor, propelling us towards new heights. We are grateful to we are grateful for your generosity in sharing your time and expertise with us today. Wishing everyone a good evening.
Thank you and have a great evening.